Okay, you're watching this because you're having trouble with backside slappies, whether that be getting them at all or just getting them consistently, because they can be a hit and miss. And you've probably watched a lot of YouTube tutorials telling you exactly how fast you should be going, what angle to approach the curb, what kind of curb to be skating, so on, and you still haven't had any success. Well, this is what I like to call an anti-tutorial. This is just giving you the ideas and the suggestions that you might need to figure out backside slappies almost all by yourself. So why don't you grab yourself some chalk, a skateboard, and a curb, and let's try and unlock backside slappies. This first one's a very quick one. It might not be your fault. If you're skating a vertical curb with a gutter being a dip at the front of it, you're making it all that much harder for yourself to get into a backside slappy, to get into any slappy at all. So what I suggest, if at all possible, find yourself a curb that isn't too high and has a little bit of angle on the face and less of a sharp edge and more of a round, just like this one here at the Great Curbs in Sydney, which is the curb we'll be honing our skills on today. Okay, next. Like most of this video, this next part is going to be about experimentation. Experimentation within a technique I call the ollie pop. So basically, on approach, you're setting up for just a comfortable gutter high ollie. And as you hit the curb, you're releasing without popping. Now I do this in every slappy, but where I want you guys to experiment is with different degrees of squats. So try them lower, so you're really releasing a lot of energy. Try them a little bit stiffer, but never rigid. Why don't I throw a few backside slappies in with my squat, and potentially what I do may work for you. So hopefully you saw from that I'm not putting an incredible amount of squat in to release too much energy and overshoot the top of the curb, but I'm not being rigid either. So with that one out of the way, I want to give you this one. So guys, this next one, you're going to need some chalk. I just want you to draw a line in front of your curb. This is the first step to getting confidence. And if you've taken a couple of tumbles on a backside slappy, it can really come across in your technique where you're holding back. That can be the reason why you always end up with the back truck rolling along the ground and your front truck up. Or you could just use this technique in general to gain confidence. I have to say this, I have never done that before, but it's given me a bit of understanding actually into what I'm doing right before hitting the curb. Guys, you may have noticed from the footage that I really turn hard into it. Now that's something for you guys to experiment with as well, which will bring us to our next piece where we will definitely need more chalk. This next tip, I'm going to get you to play with your approach angle. I'm really comfortable in mine, and I know mine is quite extreme. It's probably right about there is my regular angle. But for the sake of this video and showing you guys what a difference a slight change in angle can make, I'll draw a lesser line there and a far more extreme line there. And I'm going to hit all three of these, see what difference it makes, so that hopefully you guys have a finer understanding of these slighter variances in angle and how they relate to getting into slappy tricks. Now I know that less of an angle into the curb puts me into a willy grind, and too much angle either puts me over the top, or the transfer of force is too great and I pretty much stop when I get on top. But this is about you guys, so experiment with those angles. Hopefully what that shows you is that even the slightest change in angle does affect the slappy itself greatly. And with that being said, another thing that affects slappies greatly, your shoulder to hip ratio. Basically, my technique, all I do is I come into it and I dip and turn that front shoulder before the hips and then let my hips follow it through. So from another angle, it would be dip, turn, and follow with the hips. And that's a technique that has always worked for me with almost any trick that involves a partial, a full 180 or a 360 turn. You're always going to use the momentum of putting your shoulder into it first to help that rotation come along. Okay, so this next one, you're going to need your chalk again. Grab your board and just put your feet on your board where you've been setting up to try a backside slappy. And I want you to mark that. Just the outer on each foot, and then play with it. Try a few that way. If that isn't working out, just try rotating your foot a little so that your front foot is, well, a little bit duck-footed. And then mark that with your chalk again. Try the same with your back foot, either moving it further towards bolts or back a little further in the pocket, but I would recommend never to the tip of the tail. That's actually going to have the opposite effect of what you think. It's going to allow the front truck to go up a lot easier, but the back truck is going to struggle because the weight's behind it and pushing it into the curb rather than it being allowed to scoop and lap up on top of the curb. So let's play with that. We'll try a couple. I want to point my foot and see if that actually makes it easier, if I can lessen my squat or change my angle while pointing my foot a little. Let's do a few, see what happens. That went in the easiest ever. I actually reduced my squat a lot trying that. There's something I've learned today. If I am having troubles on a taller curb or a square-faced curb, I'll definitely be trying that technique. And I'm really happy that doing this experimentation and showing you guys some of the processes that you can go through to refine tricks has actually taught me a thing or two about the way I do tricks that I have done for so long. Now, with all that out of the way, I feel like doing a little more than just some backside slappies. Let's have a little skate session, have some fun, and then get out of this heat because my camera has already overheated twice while recording this morning, and I am dripping in sweat. But we're here to have fun, so let's do that. Till next time, Damo, Sore Loser Show.